Tarot doesn't decide your future. It shows you the energy that you're feeding it, and that means you can change it. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Saturn Says, where I like to set the tone for the week ahead. As a heavily based Capricorn, which is Saturn-ruled person, I like to have a plan to feel alive, and I'm welcoming you guys into the system. So because tarot gets misunderstood all the time, people think of it as a final answer or like a fixed outcome or something that is just etched in stone and cannot be changed. But tarot doesn't work like that. Energy doesn't work like that. And us as humans, we also don't work like that. Tarot reads the current energy. It reads the patterns or the momentum or basically everything that you're feeding it. So your thoughts, your emotions, your habits, and any decisions that you may be making will show up in tarot because of your energy. So if you've ever watched a reading and you thought, wait, last week it said something different, or that didn't go how it was supposed to or how I thought it was going to, this video will clear all that up for you. Because once you understand how tarot truly works, it really becomes empowering rather than somewhat stressful. And then it becomes guidance rather than something that feels like it's controlling you. So tarot is basically an energetic snapshot. It's like a weather forecast for your location. If the forecast says rain, it doesn't mean you're doomed to get soaked. It means that rain is likely in the forecast for your current location, for your current energy. If you see rain in your forecast, you can go inside. You can grab an umbrella. You can change your plans entirely. Or you can stand in the storm and act completely surprised when you get soaking wet. Tarot works the same way. Tarot is going to show you the direction and the way that things are heading based off of your current habits, your emotions, or even in a dynamic between you and somebody else that is in your life or somebody that you may have just removed from your life. It reflects subconscious patterns. It reflects what you're tolerating, what you're attracting, what you're building, but it does not remove your free will. You are not locked into a timeline just because of a tarot card spread. The cards are not controlling you. What they're doing is they're basically just showing you what you're feeding it with your energy. This is also why I use tarot the way that I do when I do my channeling. For me, tarot is a tool that helps me pick up on some energies. It helps me to tune in. It helps me to focus. It helps me to translate what I'm sensing and receiving based on the energy I can feel coming in during a reading. But I also don't go strictly based off of what the card meaning is, because the cards are a tool, not a rule book. They will help to open up a channel, or they will anchor the message in deeper for you. And they are going to bring through a lot more detail, but they're not the only source. And that's why there's so many different tarot decks. They have different artwork. They have different symbolism. They have different interpretations of what the cards actually mean. Different energies. Tarot is not rigid, it's very intuitive. So the meaning of the card will interact with the reader's energy, the moment at hand, and then whoever's receiving the message on the other end. The easiest key point, tarot helps translate energy. It does not dictate reality. So when I read, I use the cards to amplify what's already present, not to trap anyone or anything into a fixed outcome of exactly what's going to be happening for the next week. It's a compass, not a cage. This is where people can get confused. They'll watch an amazing reading one week and think, oh my goodness, I'm so excited for this to happen. And then the next week, the energy feels completely different. Or they'll watch something heavy and suddenly things shift. And they think, wait, was that reading wrong? Am I not understanding what's going on? If you get a personal reading specifically, your energy can shift from one week to the next, or even from one day to the next. But what you need to know is, no, the tarot reading wasn't wrong. It's just energy moves. Energy works around what you're feeding it again. So if you change your behavior or your boundaries or your mindset or any decisions, that's when your timeline shifts. So if you spiral into fear after getting a reading, that shifts the energy as well. If you step into confidence after a reading, that shifts the energy. If you keep watching readings nonstop and absorbing everybody else's emotion, that also will shift the readings. You're not a statue. You are an energetic system. So yes, the readings will shift with you when your energy is shifting with you. If you watch a tarot reading and it resonates and you feel really good, perfect. That's what you want. That's where you want to stay. That means your current energy is moving in a direction that you like. So what do? You stay consistent. You don't self-sabotage. You do not panic. And you don't drop the habits that got you to the point that you're at now. You just keep feeding that energy that got you that reading. Tarot is a confirmation. It is not a finish line. You maintain the frequency, you maintain the behavior, you maintain the boundaries, you maintain the reading. You keep doing what's working. If you watch a reading and you don't like it and you don't feel so good afterwards, that means you caught the pattern before it became the reality. That's power. Because if tarot shows you the direction that things are leading and you don't like that direction, change it. You can change your decisions. You can change what you tolerate. You can change your mindset. You can shift your behavior. You can choose differently. Nothing in tarot is a life sentence. If anything, it's feedback, and feedback is always useful. A reading should give you clarity, not panic, awareness, not dependency. Tarot is not here to control your life. It's here to show you the energy that you're feeding out to your reality. So let's bring this all home. Tarot does not decide your future. It shows you the energy you're feeding, and that means you can change it. If you like what you see, keep doing what you're doing. If you don't like what you see, figure out what you can change to shift the reality, to shift the energy, to shift your next tarot. The cards are tools. The cards help read the energy, and they help bring messages through. But they are not and will never be the final authority over your life. You are. So feed the energy you actually want to live in. So if you're here for readings that empower you rather than box you in, you're in the right place. And hopefully I'll see you in my next reading. All right, that's your memo for today. Now go be a little unhinged, just not off schedule. And I will see you next Saturday. Don't spiral.